Hello everyone, my name is Ryan and welcome to another Smite request. This time around it is going to be Poseidon. It was either Clash or Arena. This time around I picked Clash. If you really would like to see Arena as well, that's no issue, just let me know. But for now it is going to be a Clash match. I picked up Poseidon. We have a Zeus as an additional mage. We have a Bacchus, a mage in disguise as a guardian. Very tanky, very powerful in his damage as well, so that's why I say that. He is just a very odd one in that regard. Xbalanque, late game hunter, and a Camazotz, kind of mid game, I feel like. Early game his damage is a bit, it's a little bit lackluster. Late game it can be very powerful if you're full damage, and in between it's also still very, very potent. Yeah, I'm going to go for my standard start. There are not a lot of situations where I'll go for anything else than boot start, because I just like to avoid as much as I can. In this situation especially because you want to avoid Neve's Spirit Arrow, you want to avoid Ra Beams, you want to avoid, or at least try to avoid, the Odin Bird Bomb, and you would definitely want to try and avoid the stun double tap combination by the Thor. So by starting boots, that will kind of allow you to, well, try and... oh, that's unfortunate. We were not able to get that red buff. But with the boots you will be able to dodge those things a little bit easier. And if you're in a sticky situation you won't be dying that quickly because you can run away faster. Nice to buy the Camazotz. Not enough damage. We don't have that much of burst yet. I mean, I don't have any items yet. Camazotz needs items to deal a lot of damage as well. But to poke out your enemy is always a good thing. If they're forced back to base, they will get less experience, less gold. Or they'll just have less health for the next engagement, which can also be the turning point. So there are a lot of things. Sometimes you feel like I need to get this kill, but sometimes it's just way better for you to just let that kill go. He will definitely lose something, some form of experience, some form of pressure perhaps. He will not be around for the team fight if you're me, the team fight. So there are a lot of ways you can kind of take advantage of forcing someone back that's just barely able to get away. Usually better to focus on someone that's nearby. Not always, of course, but if you, for instance, have, let's say, a Odin that's very low on HP, while Thor is dunking in the back line with his ultimate, you definitely want to focus on that Thor, because if you play it smart, you can erase him very quickly. For instance, if I do a Whirlpool Kraken combo, he doesn't have Purification Beats up, he will be stuck. Even if he has Sanctuary, he won't be able to get out too quick, or too quickly. I'm going to get Pen Boots. I like Pen Boots a lot more than cooldown boots on most damaging characters, because it will help you with a lot of additional damage early on. If you have a full build mage, you're better off with cooldown reduction boots, if of course you don't have full cooldown reduction already. But I feel like to kind of bridge yourself to the late game, you're better off going for Pen Boots. And it will also help a lot in this case with the Kraken combination. Just a lot of burst damage with that. And I'm going into a Gem of Isolation. So this kind of allows me to have a good amount of damage while getting that item online. Because it is kind of utility, or at least a little bit. Can I surprise her? Nice! She will die for first blood. Actually goes to Xbalanque. It's not the worst thing. I would have liked to have that kill to get my Gem of Isolation online a bit earlier. But it will help out the Xbalanque. He gets a passive stack, he gets that additional gold. Will still help him out a lot. I'm going for Gem first, like I mentioned. Or, well, second item after boots, of course. Gem is overall just a very good item for Poseidon. It will annoy the opponents a lot with your Whirlpool. It also forces them to get, for instance, sprints to counter it. Or they need to get something like a Winged Blade to get rid of the slow. But you kind of force them into a situation where they want to get something that they actually don't want to get, but they need to survive against you. And that's something I feel like is very potent. And you can use it on a lot of abilities. I can use it on my 2 and provide a slow for very long if I just basic attack the target continuously. And it's just, I feel like just very powerful altogether. Slow on everything. So, After that, I'll usually go for some Pan. Spear of the Magus is very good. We have 2 additional magicals, so I feel like in this case it's definitely a good option to go for. Looks like Vulcan is trying to go for that ultimate. Decent damage. The Xbalanque ultimate will not keep him long enough. Ooh, that's a very nice ultimate by the Thor. He did focus the Camazotz, so I will be able to get out. He didn't have a lot of time to do his damage, luckily enough. Otherwise, he definitely would have turned his attention to me, I think. But I'm able to survive, was forced out with the Sanctuary, just barely able to use it in time before the Ra ult connected. Quite lucky on that one, that I didn't get CC'd for a longer amount of time. And this game it was kind of... I wasn't completely sure if I wanted to go for Sanctuary or Purification Beads. Purification would have been very good to avoid getting rooted by Neve's Spirit Arrow, as well as the Thor, either his ultimate dunk or just his wall stun. If they are very important in engagements, then it's very difficult to deal with. Come on! Oh, that is a huge ultimate and a beautiful belly flop follow up by the Bacchus. Definitely a very good engagement. I was kind of looking on the side and they grouped up perfectly for that one. So that will be a kill very quickly on both of them. It doesn't look like they picked up a Sanctuary to kind of counteract the Poseidon. And that's one of the only kind of counters to him. His ultimate is very easy to confirm if you don't have... well, if you have the Whirlpool underneath it as well. Because the ultimate will slow. So they will be sucked into that Whirlpool a little bit better. I also have gems, so there's almost no escape for them if they don't have Purification to get rid of the cripple and kind of dash out. You sprint to run out quickly or something like that. There are like 3 relics I feel like can really help you in this situation to get out of a Poseidon combination. Sprint to run out quickly, but you need to react very fast. With the Sanctuary you have a little bit more time. You need to use it before the Kraken hits you, and you should be fine. Purification Beads can be used and is most effective if you are a god that has an escape. So you can use Purify to get rid of the cripple from the Whirlpool, and that way you can well, dash out or leap out depending on what you are. For instance, if you look at the opponents, if Neve would have picked up Purification Beads, you could have just used that one, backflipped out of the Whirlpool, and with that have enough damage, well, avoid my entire damage with that. So definitely a very good one. Looks like he is a bit oblivious, and I'm going... What? Oh, he's teleporting. Also not enough damage. I think they had a meditation of some sort. I thought he healed a bit. Or that might be just my imagination. Oh well, it's fine. I did force out Sprint. Sprint has a longer cooldown than my ultimate has, so that will be a good counter. Nice engagement. Can we get Thor as well? He's very close to killing me. Just barely not able to kill me. He did use a Sanctuary, so that will be down if I want to go for a Kraken on him. But as you can see, I am still quite squishy. The additional health from the Gem of Isolation definitely helped out. If I didn't have that additional health, I would have died there. There are other options, of course. You can go for some physical protection. Breastplate is not bad in this situation either, but I just like to deal a little bit more damage, and in that regard also play a little bit more on the unsafe side, so a bit more risky. Of course, I do have the Sanctuary to avoid a lot of damage, so that's something that you can kind of take into consideration. If you're forced in, like for instance, Purification Beads because you have an Ares against you, and they still have the Neve, the Odin and the Thor, you might want to go for a Breastplate of Valor to kind of deter a lot of their damage, because if you get hit by a lot of their damage, you will die very, very quickly. Ultimate still on a little bit of cooldown. Looks like Odin, he popped his shield, was kind of trying to avoid any jump opportunity for him, but I will be able... Ooh, luckily enough I was on the good side of the wall. If I was caught between that wall and the jungle wall, it would have been a bit more of an issue. They could have engaged a little bit better, because I need to either wait... Ooh, that's a lot of damage. He used his Sanctuary before, and that's something that you need to pay attention to if you play Poseidon. If someone uses Sanctuary, you can then go for that ultimate Kraken, and there's nothing they can do about it. And as you saw, that really allowed us to pick up another kill for my second kill. And, well, I have 3 assists as well. I haven't died yet, so I'm not going too bad. Let's see. Just try to poke the tower a little bit. I mean, I can do a decent amount of damage. Of course, I'm not a hunter, but poking it down is never a bad thing. You don't want to commit on it too quickly, though. I mean, if you wipe the entire enemy team, you'll be able to pick a tower very, very quickly if you're healthy enough, or if you have minions. Let's see if I can help out on the right side. Looks like Thor dunked down with his ultimate. I'm not sure if that's the case. It does look like that. Come on. Slowing her down. Yes, there will be enough. Camazot's able to pick up that one. He's probably going to die for it. Yes, looks like he does. I'm not sure if it was necessary for him to go that deep. I think my Whirlpool would have finished it off. Not 100% sure though. But, oh well, he got the kill, I guess. It's fine. Let's just head back. Well, let's make sure that the left side is defended as well. I mean, it's just a waste to let that farm go to waste. I mean, if nobody goes for it, nobody gets the gold or the experience. So I just head over, get that a little bit of gold, a bit of experience, and head back. Okay, since I'm so far ahead, like I mentioned, Spear of the Magus is just a very good item, especially since we have 2 more magicals. But I feel like it's just a very good item. Every single tick from your Whirlpool will apply it. Every single tick from your second ability will apply it, which is a lot. Let's see, can we do something? Kraken, he used Sanctuary way too early. Able to get that one. Fortunately enough, not enough to save the Xbalanque, but we are able to pick the Odin in return. So still, because they had to commit so much on our Xbalanque, we were able to pick up 2 very, very quickly. So his Sanctuary bought enough time for us to kind of engage on that one. Nice ultimate by the Camazot. Will not be enough damage, but I definitely get him. Nice. Okay, since I'm so far ahead, that's what I wanted to say before I forgot what I wanted to say. I'm picking up a Hasten Fatalis, and that's something that I like to do when I level up my 2. You can level up your 1 for that burst damage. But as you can see, my 2 is hitting so hard, and a little bit additional burst will be enough to finish off that Ra. Ultimate will dunk down, and unfortunately not enough. I could have used Sanctuary, but I don't think I would have survived anyway. So I just let myself die. I think it's a waste of relics, but actually it looks like the enemies aren't happy to continue, I guess. They are surrendering. Don't want to deal with a fat everyone. But a fat Poseidon is quite annoying to deal with. But a Hasten It kind of allows you, with your 2 activated, to run around someone, do an insane amount of damage while being very mobile at the same time. And I feel like that's a lot of fun. If you're ahead, it's definitely something you can get away with. And as you can see, a lot of damage. 11.5k, more than Zeus. Zeus actually did a lot as well. As you can see, 6-0 in 5. Also picked up Gem of Isolation, which is interesting. It is possible, of course. I'm not a huge fan on it with Zeus, but that's because you already have the slow on your Chain Lightning. But having your slow on your ultimate as well, or on your Detonate, can definitely make a huge difference. So I guess it worked out for him. I mean, he didn't even die. Yeah. So that's going to be it. If you'd like to see another game with Poseidon, then I definitely can pick another one. But there are more gods I love to play, so it's not something I will always pick up. Poseidon is just one of those oldies that's fun to pick up from time to time. Same with Agni. Very old gods, been in the game for a very long time. Not difficult to play, quite comfortable with them both. But just gods I don't pick up that much. So I guess it was a good request. Thank you so much. If you have any other requests, please let me know down in the comments, and I'll make sure that I'll at least try and take a look at them, because of course there are there are just a lot of gods, and some I just kind of tend to forget because I don't play them that much or not a huge fan of, and getting them once in a while is definitely not a bad thing. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching and all the feedback. I really appreciate it. And as always, good luck, have fun, and I'll see you guys in the next one.